What's going on, everybody? This is Jayden, and welcome to another episode of the Lords podcast. I am joined by Wolifee and Nindra. Hello, everybody.
Hello there.
Like all my intros, I start differently. Anyway, so we are going to be reviewing episode 3, The Unquiet Dead. So, what did everyone think about it? Just as a like a no detail explanation, what did you guys first think about it?
Okay, you can go first.
Yeah.
Right, so you know how every episode so far I've been rating out of 6.
Yeah.
This one, I don't agree with what I wrote. I rated it because I rated it quite a few weeks ago now. I gave it a 4 out of 6, but now I look back, I don't think it deserves a 4 out of 6.
Oh wow.
Like, I think it's a decent story, but on the same sort of thing, I feel like 3 out of 6 would have been better.
Yeah.
So
And how about you, Nindra?
In my opinion, I think it would definitely better the second watch because I noticed a few things, which obviously I'll get into. But yeah, in my opinion, it's one of the weaker ones.
yeah.
Yeah, and I would agree with you both. My first time watching it, I was like so amazed because it was my first time. It was only episode 3, so it was my first time seeing the Doctor go back in time. But there has been other moments where he went back in time that were better than this episode. So I think it's still good though. We'll see when we rate it, but I think it's still a good episode. It's not entirely awful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So anyway, now let's go into the comments. We only had 2 comments. So Wolifee, you remember Jade?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
I think. Oh man, they're a long time subscriber of like both of
I'm
us.
gonna be honest, I completely forgot they were around.
I think they subscribed to like your first ever channel, right?
I don't know, to be honest.
You don't know? Well, they've been around for a while. And they said out of I think this is meant. I mean, I guess it could be meant for everybody else, but I've only been to the 11th Doctor, so they said out of Doctors 9, 10, and 11, which is your favorite? And that's a very. We could go into detail of this question. So.
I don't know.
Oh man. Well, first things, do you guys have a favorite that isn't the 9th, 10th, or 11th?
I've got so many favourites. I mean, at the minute, my current favourites are 2, 4, and 7.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's just
But well, if you guys had to pick 9, 10, or 11, which one would it be? And you could.
Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of 11.
Okay.
There's a couple of reasons that I'm not. One of them I won't spoil for you.
Okay.
And because it happens in like series 7. But for I don't know, it's either 9 or 10. 9, I love the sort of darker, not necessarily dark, but angrier personality. But at the same time, 10, he sort of, and I mean, he can be nice and happy at some points, but when he goes all like victorious, which you can see in the Wars of Mars and that, he has that sort of quick turnaround and shouts like when he's properly angry.
Yeah.
Which I see that is like a part of a 4, possibly part of the personality of 4 as well. So I do like that. So it's really difficult to pick between 9 and 10. I'm gonna go 10, but I like them both equally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go 10.
How about you, Nindra?
I'd probably say 10.
10. I would. Oh man. I don't know.
It's sort of harder for you because you haven't seen all of 11.
Yeah, I haven't
yet,
seen
have
all of
you?
11.
So,
I guess out of 9 or 10,
Just get good then.
I would pick 10. I'm not gonna. Yeah, out of 9 and 10, I would pick 10 because he's had like the most. I mean, he's been there longer than 9, so he's had more like
and
time to shine.
yeah, I might do. I don't know if I'll talk about this at the end of the series or I might do it later into this episode. But there is something I want to speak about 9 only doing one series. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll save that for later.
All right. So yeah, there's. Oh man, I feel like if Christopher would have had like the usual, what is it, like 3 seasons, maybe he would have been my
Yeah.
favorite. But because the 10th Doctor had that time to shine, I liked him. But I've always said this in a couple of my reactions. I didn't like the introduction of 10. But he's slowly, slowly became
Series
my
2,
favorite.
I'm not really a fan of. I really don't like Series 2. It's got some strong stories in there, but some of them are a bit bad.
I
Well,
remember
not bad, but
I remember you
know what I
saying
mean.
you didn't like Doomsday, and I think I've always liked Doomsday. But we'll get onto that
Same.
later, I guess.
We'll save that.
And then this guy, oh man, I'm so sorry, it's the name I can't pronounce. Darach. Darach says, this is more towards your question because you're the one who influenced it. But who is behind the choice to use the Full Circle soundtrack for the podcast episode? I love the score, but didn't think I would be on season 18 yet, and I'm not.
Yeah, that's my fault. I really like the early 80s radiophonic music that they're going on, and we just needed something in the background. So I'm like, yeah, that works. It's long enough, so you don't have to do loads of editing. So
Yeah, Wolifee suggested to have background music, and I said yes. Just send me some links, and then he did. I feel like the tone kind of matched the spaceship theme. I don't know. That's what I kind of guessed.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, it does.
But yeah, those were our comments. So thank you guys. Keep them coming. So let's get on to episode 3. Let's go. I have a lot. I wrote down a lot of stuff for this episode. I don't know if I'll get through it all, but I wrote down a lot. I have 2 full pages of notes.
What? Oh, bullet points.
Oh.
I've got.
Yeah, brilliant.
You've got what?
I got 16 bullet points.
What?
So you count
16.
How many have you got?
0.
5.
Wolfie has 0.
Oh.
No, I have 2 full pages, but Wolfie probably has like 0.
Well, no, I've got like 5 short, brief
okay.
bullet points, but yeah.
All right, I found a fun fact. I don't know if my fellow host did, but I found a fun fact. All right. Gwyneth is played by Eve Miles, who also plays Gwen in Torchwood. That's my fun fact.
That's I mean, yeah. I like.
You don't like my fun fact, Wolfie?
No, it's not that. I sort of like how they explained it as well. Like originally, I thought it might be just them being related and just passing down genetics from like the 19th century to 21st century Torchwood. But I think they sort of explained it as like being, I don't know, it's like spatial temporal.
I
don't know, it's so much spacey, but it's like something that got lost in sort of the time stream, and then it just converged on Gwen.
Do you think she's Gwen?
I mean,
she could be.
Maybe.
The rift could have protected her.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't the doctor say she died as soon as she went in the arch?
Oh
though?
yeah.
Oh well, don't spoil it.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Anyone else find a fun fact?
Well, you kind of took mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know. Rose hates Wales.
Does she?
She hates Cardiff. So, yeah, that's mine.
I like Cardiff.
Not
Probably
Cardiff.
because of Torchwood, though.
Well, it looks really nice, but apparently it looks a mess when you actually go there. But yeah, that's the thing.
So we start the episode with the old lady in the coffin coming back to life, and kills the young guy.
Yeah, it literally was a cold open.
A cold open.
God.
And then the guy, I don't like this guy. The guy came in and said, "Oh no!" Like he knew what was going on, and he says, "We got another one."
Oh, I don't like him either. Yeah, just don't like
Yeah.
him.
He's weird. And then, like, he should not have left the man alone if he knew that was gonna happen. He said, "I'll give you to a moment," and then he just left.
Yeah.
And then Gwyneth appears. How does she? I don't remember. I wrote this a long time ago. Gwyneth appears. I think I just wrote that down because it reminded me of Gwen. And I never kind of. It took someone in the comments for me to realize that she's the same lady because I didn't make that connection when I
You never
watched Torchwood.
realised?
Nah, I don't remember this episode much.
Oh, I mean, one thing that I did notice is that, you know, what's her name? Tosh, is it from Torchwood? Yeah, her actress literally appears in the next story.
Really?
With the pig. Yeah.
Oh.
I never realised that either until, well, literally today. But yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how many, because the 12th Doctor has appeared in a couple stories on Torchwood and Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's really good. But, also, Nindra, have you watched Torchwood yet? Or
No, I haven't seen that.
okay, won't spoil it then.
Yeah, we gotta be careful then.
Mm.
And then the TARDIS comes to what year was it? I don't know.
1869.
All right, 1869, and
Although he thinks it's 1860.
oh yeah,
In
yeah.
Naples, it ends up in Cardiff.
And Rose talks about how amazing the Doctor is. I think she was saying how amazing the Doctor is by how he could. Oh, what was it? He could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just how amazing he
I wrote
was.
that down as well.
Yeah.
That I think she was just sort of in shock how this were all new to her,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I like that part. And then so we have the guy. Do you guys? What's the guy's name? The guy with Gwyneth.
I don't pay attention to names, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
remember.
the guy with Gwyneth. They're in a carriage, and Gwyneth uses her telepathic powers, to try and find the lady because she went somewhere. And then Charles Dickens appears. I really like when Doctor Who has like real life past people.
That's his name. Sneed.
Sneed.
I think. Is that Sneed? Yeah, the Undertaker.
Sneed.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
that's-
think I like that name.
You don't like that?
No.
And then
Sorry if anyone's named that.
Sneed. Charles
But
Dickens.
that's his last name.
Oh. But Charles Dickens appears and he seems stressed or tired, and he's talking about how he's tired because he thinks he knows everything there is to know,
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
what happened?
Also, one thing that you didn't mention is this is also the first mention of the TARDIS changing rooms, which I think gets brought up.
Oh.
I don't know when, but it gets brought up again sometime with the exact directions.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was also brought up in Classic Who as well. So
Ah,
a bit of continuity there. Yeah.
okay.
And I like how the Doctor says Rose will stick out if she doesn't wear the right clothes, but he never changes his clothes.
I think he said he changes his jacket.
What happened?
So-
You two talked at the same time.
He changed his jumper,
Oh.
so that's good enough for him.
And then we see Rose step into the snowy path and her first step into the past. And then we go see Charles gets on stage, and you can immediately see the dead woman look at him from the stage.
Yeah.
And I like how have you guys read A Christmas Carol?
Yes, there is a lot of
Yeah.
stuff I want to say about that in terms of this,
Oh, there's one line of stuff I want to say as well.
especially the very end.
Oh, so do I. Oh, for God's sake.
What happened?
Wait, have we got the same
Oh.
thing? Okay, we'll get to that when we get to it.
You guys have the same notes?
Probably.
So
Okay.
yeah, Charles is talking about Scrooge from A Christmas Carol, and he's kind of acting like
Yeah.
Scrooge too. And then was he reading his book on stage? Like, was that his book, or was he just talking?
I guess.
I think.
It was probably his book. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
I mean, he did mention Marley, so yeah, it's a Christmas Carol. But
And
it is quite ironic how we're talking about Marley when the ghosts around.
dude, that's exactly. I said his book basically comes to life in the audience. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
And then the little spirit comes out of the body, and the old lady dies. And then Rose wants to kind of protect the old lady. She doesn't know what's going on. And then the guy just like knocks Rose out and kidnaps her when they get back to the carriage.
Oh yeah.
Rose sort of has a point there. Of course, you want to gonna. I mean, she's just turned into a ghost, and then has been kidnapped or taken back by undertakers. So of course, she's gonna be a bit curious.
Well, yeah, and,
Yeah.
and then she gets kidnapped herself.
Well, that's her own fault.
Oh, also, this is a bit very random, but I'm pretty sure at one point when the Doctor runs on to the stage to Charles, Charles says Doctor Who.
Oh, does he?
And
Oh,
I think he does at some point.
Oh man. And yeah, Charles and the Doctor follow people, and then the Doctor realizes it's Charles Dickens. Wait, does he realize it? He realizes it in the carriage or on the stage?
He realizes in the horse and carriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then goes on about how he's his number one fan.
Yeah, and that's basically what allows him to stay, probably, because Charles Dickens didn't kick him out because he likes him so much. And then, oh yeah, I've been thinking about like a zombie apocalypse story would be cool, but this is kind of already one, you know. The zombies come back. I mean, they're not zombies, but they're dead people coming back to life by ghosts.
I think they are actually called morgue zombies, so you're basically right.
Would you
In the
guys
credits
ever?
or
I mean, I don't
the
know.
wiki.
I doubt this happened, but would you guys ever want?
Called the Gelp.
Oh, would you guys ever want a zombie apocalypse story? I don't know if it'd make.
Oh, I
much
thought you
sense.
were going to say, would you want a zombie apocalypse?
If it's done good and right, but I don't want it to be a. I feel like there's a lot of zombie apocalypse
Like
stuff.
The Walking.
Just in general, yeah, that's what I'm
Walking Dead.
referring to as well. From what I can hear, there's loads of spin-offs to that.
Mhm.
I just think it's been done to
Oh
death.
yeah, I reacted to the Dead City one.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's the second time Rose has been banging on the door trying to be let out when that guy comes back to life. She's always getting stuck indoors. And then I think the older woman and the young guy, the spirits were talking from them, saying, "Open the rift, we're dying." And I forgot about this episode. I was like, wow, there's always been a rift in Cardiff, and that's pretty cool. And Torchwood utilizes that a lot. Yeah, but basically Torchwood utilizes the rift a whole bunch. Nindra, since you haven't watched it. Wolfie, did you watch the entire Torchwood?
I've watched all of Torchwood, including Series 4, which are a lot better than I thought.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Wait, just out of interest, are we on about the same rift that was in
Boomtown?
Series
Boomtown?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it is the same. Actually, if they're in Cardiff, maybe Cardiff's just full of rifts.
Maybe, yeah,
Who
Cardiff
knows?
is very rifty.
Yeah, maybe.
And then the next scene, we have Rose yelling at the old man, and the doctor just behind her smiling. I like that part. And then Gwyneth, her kind of, I guess, her second time using her power that we see. She knows exactly how the doctor likes his tea, I'm guessing. Is it tea or coffee?
Hopefully, I think it would too.
Hopefully it's tea, you said?
Yeah.
And then Doctor kind of just looks at her funny. And then they're all having a conversation. I do like Charles. Oh wait, did I say this already? Oh no, this is my second point. Okay, I'm not gonna say it yet. Charles just doesn't believe it. He thinks it's all an illusion, and he doesn't believe anything that's going on.
Yeah, I've got something to say about that, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing Jack probably got something to say about that as well towards the end. But yeah, I'll say it later.
All right. What is this? And Charles goes by himself, and the doctor catches Charles looking at the dead body. And then I really like the way Charles talks. Like I wrote this down. His quote. He says, "The real world is a realm of specters and jack-o'-lanterns." I just like the way he's a writer,
Yeah.
so he would talk like that. But I like his analogies and how he talks.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of other quotes, but I didn't write them down.
Or type 1.
What'd you say?
Never mind, I'll get to it later.
And I kind of interpreted that what he said by like he thinks life has been nothing if he didn't know what he thinks his life has been for nothing if he didn't know what was going on, if he didn't know everything there was to know. He kind of says that. And then this is our second time Rose went off by herself talking to somebody, and it's kind of cool because she was able to relate to Gwyneth way more than she was able to relate to the blue lady last episode.
Yeah. And I don't know if you two have written this down, but
2 important things.
One of the first mentions of Bad Wolf.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I can't remember if they're one of the first 2 episodes, but yeah, I have a feeling this might be one of the first mentions.
I think it is.
I'm not sure though.
And as well as the first mention of Bad Wolf, I think it's the first mentions of Rose's dad being dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
I think
I can't remember.
I'm not sure whether it was mentioned in episode 1, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think this might be one of the first times.
Yeah, I wrote down, Gwyneth knows her dad is dead. Gwyneth knows she has come such a long way. London, all the people rushing, half naked, the metal boxes racing, the birds in the sky made of metal, and the big bad wolf. I really like that part.
Look, the birds in the sky made of metal.
Airplanes.
Oh, yeah. I was just about to say she could be referring to satellites or that government conspiracy where everyone or some relatively large amount of people think that the government control
making birds.
Yeah.
Or squirrels.
Well,
squirrels?
Squirrels, yeah, see how jerky they move?
I mean, there's loads of squirrels that are always getting into my back garden, so
They're probably spying on you.
Probably. I'm used to it.
Did you know, this is a little off topic, but did you know, I don't know, I think it was the US government, they said that aliens are real.
Oh, yeah. I was just like, is this new knowledge to people?
That's why no one's really reacting. No one really cares, because...
I know.
Yeah.
It's just... I was expecting more of a reaction, but no, they just casually announced them. I'm like, yep, sure, well done. Nice.
And, well, yeah, anyway, back to the episode. Gwyneth reveals she has psychic powers because she grew up on the Rift. Is that right? That's how she has the powers?
That's it.
Yeah.
I wondered why she had them. I just assumed that she was born with a gift.
Oh.
But I think that might be a different character. I'm not sure. But yeah, that explains it.
Yeah. I think that's what they said. And then they had a seance. They all sat together and they held their hands. And Doctor calls Charles humbug. Or he just says humbug because that's what Scrooge says. It's kind of funny, the contrast of like him writing these kind of supernatural books, yet him himself doesn't believe anything.
Yeah.
And then Gwyneth reaches out to the ghosts. And the ghosts ask the doctor for help. They're the last of their kind because of the Time War. And I'm like, I feel bad for the ghosts. Because I've completely forgot how this ended. But I felt bad for the ghosts. Did you guys feel bad? Or did you like automatically know they were bad?
I mean...
Like on your first watch, if you remember.
Because when I rewatched it for the first time in about a couple of years, I just assumed that the ghosts were going to be good because I couldn't remember anything from the episode, and that they were, and then I don't know what I thought were going to happen to them at the end. Maybe it just failed trying to convert all the Gelf or ghosts or whatever into the human dead bodies.
Yeah.
And I have lost my train of thought as usual. Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen to them. But then it would have worked if some of them hadn't gone absolutely rogue and turned all red and
Yeah.
all angry and that, even when they tried to get an offering, and then obviously they killed Gwyneth.
You're getting a little too ahead, Wolifee.
I know, but yeah. That's what happens.
How about you, Nindra?
I mean, yeah, I do kind of feel a bit bad for them, especially when they said that I think they said something about they lost the like physical form during the Time War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, they're definitely evil. That's been made abundantly clear. But yeah.
Yeah, in that moment, I did feel bad for them because I did forget.
Am I the only one who didn't?
Didn't want to forget. Oh, you didn't feel bad. You didn't feel bad for them at all.
It's not that, but it's just like these are people who have had. Oh, it was just that. I don't know. Was this at this moment or was that later on? It was that argument between Rose and Nine, where they were talking about.
It was in
organ donors.
It was later.
And but yeah, that I don't know, to be honest.
You don't know.
To be honest, I don't actually remember that.
I think they were trying to sort of guilt trap them,
Oh,
especially with Nine and the Time War. That's why I was a bit like unsure of them and skeptical. So yeah.
Anyway, as soon as the ghosts come out, Charles finally accepts them, and I think I'll say this more at the end. Though I'll say this more when we finish the dissection. Anyway, yeah. So this is what happens. Rose and Doctor have a huge argument about what should happen to the ghosts. Wolifee, you were kind of talking about it. Do you have any more to say about the organ donors or whatever?
Oh yeah. So it was like, would we really want? Say you've got a loved one who's died, and then the ghost or the gelf has just sort of taken over them.
Yeah.
And you just have to see that this person that you once knew so well, now they're a gelf, you're sort of unsure as to who you're actually talking to anymore. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be still, like, the gelf doesn't have to still live with you or something if it was your, like, family member or something. But if you would just see them walking again, wouldn't it sort of make you reminisce, I guess, on the past, which could just have some absolutely horrific side effects?
Would you want that to happen?
Yeah. I mean, no. I don't want ghosts walking in dead people. Well, I mean, that's basically what a spirit is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I felt bad for them, but I didn't really care what would happen to them, though. I didn't really want them to live in dead bodies. And then, to stop the argument, Gwyneth basically accepts the Doctor's plan because she wants to help. You know, these people have been living with her entire life. They've been manipulating her, and she just wants to help them because she doesn't know any better. And then I forget what was going on. Oh yeah. Rose says, "How come I don't remember any dead people walking around or whatever?" And the Doctor says, "Time is always in flux," and I like him saying that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that phrase just it means something big's happening. I like it.
And then they do the plan, and the ghosts come to the morgue, and they just keep coming and coming and coming, and then the ghosts become evil, and they have this scary looking face.
Actually, one thing that I realized is I don't know whether we're intentional or whether we're just a figure of speech, but when they're making contact with the Gelf at the arch, I'm pretty sure that one of the Gelf says, "Reach out to the void," and I'm not sure whether that's on about the void from like Doomsday and all that.
I knew you were going to say that.
Or whether it's just a figure of speech.
I think
it's probably just a figure of speech, but
Yeah, I don't think it's a reference. Well, I mean, it's sort of like an accidental reference, but I don't know.
Okay.
How planned ahead do you think they write?
I mean, I'm not sure actually, because at the minute, because RTD
It's coming back.
is coming back, they've basically finished filming series 14 a couple of weeks ago, and they're already going to move on to series 15 in October.
Oh, like writing or filming or
Filming,
oh.
because I think they're doing them two series back to back, and then I think there's going to be a bit of a break, so Shooty Gatwork can just move on to like theatre or whatever else he wants to do. And then maybe he'll come back and they'll do series 16 next year. But I think doing this, it's a lot better than what the Chibnall era was doing, because that was sort of a bit rushed. Like the series 11 finale, that was a first draft script because it had to be rushed in.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was very sort of chaotic at the scene, I guess,
Yeah.
because of how quick and stressful it must have been. And I remember I don't know if this was, I can't remember which New Year's Day special this was for, but it was one of the first two, and apparently that director vowed to never work on the show again because of how bad it was.
Wow.
So
Quite like
yeah.
the 13th Christmas specials.
I mean, they're all right, but it wasn't well, I mean, it was New Year's, so it wasn't the same as a Christmas one.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I guess I'll figure it out when I get there.
was it? Wait, no.
Well, basically,
Well, careful.
What happened?
No, I'm just telling him to be careful. You know,
Oh,
you're quite
yeah.
far behind.
Oh yeah. We're getting really off topic, but I have one more question. Do you think they knew about David Tennant's like regeneration when he first came on the scene, or do you think they wrote that like way later?
So recently, this I'd never known before until recently, but I think they would have known before the end of the production, but I think that I don't think, but what they did was they actually filmed another ending
Like an alternate
to the series. So what they filmed but didn't release, because they only showed this to press reports because they wanted to keep the regeneration a secret. That what they filmed was, you know how Rose, this is getting into the finale, but Rose sort of passes out after 9 gets all the time vortex out of her. What he does is he goes into the TARDIS, Rose is on the ground, he presses a button, the TARDIS sort of scans Rose, and on the screen it said life form dying, and then that would have ended the episode, leaving it on a cliffhanger to Christmas special. But as we know, that didn't happen. But what did happen? This is so off topic, but I don't care. What did happen was they yes, I'm getting there. It's somewhere. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's it. So I don't know if this was Julie Gardner or Jane Tranter, one of the producers. Accident. Oh no, because BBC is a publicly funded station thing. They're not allowed to lie, even if it's just a lie in what's going to happen on a show. So what happened was, I don't know if it were on radio or a con or something like that, but one of the producers got asked if Earth 9 is going to regenerate at the end of the series, and because they can't lie, she had to tell the truth and say that yes, he is. But to make it worse, the BBC gave out a false statement that saying that Christopher Eccleston had said this when he hadn't. I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it said something, and then at the end, I think it were about him being typecast. I'm not sure if that part was true, but there was something on there that was completely false, and that after that they finally got an actual statement from Eccleston, and they apologised to Eccleston because obviously they just made up that statement, and he basically said that he didn't like the environment that he was working in.
Oh yeah.
Having constant arguments with the showrunner, and I don't know if I said this in Rose, but one of the Welsh citizens nearly dying.
Oh, I don't
because
remember.
of that deleted scene where there was meant to be a sofa flying out of
Oh
the shop
yeah,
window.
I think you did say that.
Yeah, but yeah. So I can't remember your original question, but all that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a lot. Wait. So I was gonna ask. So what happened to them if they're not allowed to lie and they did lie? Did they get in trouble? Or did they just apologize?
They had to give an apology to Christopher Eccleston. So yeah.
Is that no? But I thought they lied about other things too, or was that the only thing they lied about? I thought you said they lied about the regeneration or something, or no?
So they wanted to not lie about the regeneration, but just keep it a secret.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I think David Tennant got announced. I don't know if it's I think it was next story. Like there was a press release about it as the next story was airing, or before it or after something. But yeah, that's how we all found out on that, I guess.
Oh. Alright, okay, well, back to the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the ghosts come out of Gwyneth, and I don't feel bad for them anymore. They killed the old man and well, I don't really care about this. I mean, that's kind of messed up to say, but they killed the old man and then take over him.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, he was just weird.
Although it was a bit, well, I'm trying to think of the word, like
Good.
scary how they literally got them by snapping their necks.
Oh yeah.
Like that bit was a bit scary.
Wolfie, why did you completed Ninja's sentence by saying good?
I can't remember what his sentence was.
He said I don't know. I just heard you say good. Anyway, the Rose and the Doctor take no. The Rose and the Doctor become cornered, and Charles escapes. And this is like a good. I really like this question. Rose, I mean, it's obvious kind of, but Rose says about how she can't die if she hasn't been born. I mean, she can die, but it's weird. A bit like, would you just
wobbly timey wine?
Would you just go missing in your present day if you die in the past or the future? You would just go missing?
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's how Doctor Who's time travel works.
What would happen?
I don't think it's like it. So, say tomorrow you were to die, you wouldn't disappear, or no, actually, this is gonna be hard to explain.
No, what if you die in the past? What would happen?
So, unless you kill your... Oh, how am I going to word this? Unless you dispose of your past self, then you won't... Oh, God. Okay, so...
That's not been thingied in Doctor Who before.
Huh?
Well, I mean, I'm going to sort of link this to Father's Day. We're getting to the hot topic. But... Basically, if Rose, so you know how she visits the scene twice? I think it twice. So there's the first lot of her, Rose and Nine stood on the street, and then there's a second lot of Rose and Nine stood sort of hiding behind them. If Rose, for whatever reason, was to go and, let's just say, destroy her older set, like the one that stood on the next to the road.
Wait, but then did they disappear when she runs at them?
Oh, Jack, leave my plot holes alone. I just yeah. Oh dear.
Well, so your present
basic-
self would disappear and your past self would stay?
No, well, your past self would die, but your present self would disappear.
Oh, that doesn't make any
Because
sense,
if you
though.
die, well, I mean, if you die in the past, you're probably not going to be alive in the future, are you? Or well,
I guess that's just a paradox
basically,
then.
the most recent like version of yourself. Right. Okay. Say we hopped back in time, and destroyed our younger self.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't be here in the future.
There'd be no one to destroy our younger self.
Because if we well, it's a paradox. You know?
Yeah.
That's why that also links to series. I could have compared it to series 3 finale, but I can't be bothered.
Do you guys exactly know how Doctor Who time travel works?
I don't think anyone does. It just happens.
Oh.
I mean, the closest thing we got to actually proper science in the show was when some people, I don't know if this was one of the producers or some of the writers from the classic era, they were scientists. I don't know if Robert Holmes was. He wrote some good stories, but they experimented more on more scientific stories, which are like series 18, season 18's entropy theme, which is the second law of thermodynamics, which you two probably won't understand what I'm talking about, since
No.
neither do I. But basically, they touched more on science and time travel,
Okay.
like how it works in the classic. Yeah.
Okay.
Just getting off topic too, and we'll talk about it when it comes, of course. But I finished watching the finale of season 5, and the Doctor kind of goes back to his he goes back to his own timeline and influences stuff, doesn't he? And just talks to himself.
Does he? I haven't watched series 5 finale yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is completely unrelated. Sorry, you can finish what you're going to say.
But because I'm doing this daily rewatch thing up until 60th, I'm a couple of days behind, but I'm literally halfway through episode 12, which is part 1 of the finale right now. So yeah, I can't remember what you're talking about here.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, but as I was going to say, this is completely unrelated to episode 3, but
So
you can actually see the future version of him earlier in the series.
In what series?
In
yeah,
with Time of Angels and whatever the other one's called.
Yeah,
When he was talking to
should we save that?
Yeah.
We're really off topic here. We're 50 minutes.
All right, you know what? Let's go talk about season. I don't know.
Because I don't know what Nindra's talking about anyway, so we'll save that anyway.
All right.
All right. So Charles finds out that gas is how they survive, but gas is also their weakness, and the fact that I wrote down they can't live without it, but he did something different. Gas is how they survive, right? I'm not just.
On fire. Well, technically he didn't.
Well, because they said the humans release gas when they die, so that's how they were able to go in there.
The humans release a lot of things when they die, but yeah, I suppose you're right.
And they're in the gas lights too.
It's a bit of a coincidence how we start off with, in this episode, creatures that are literally gas, and then next episode we go into creatures that release a lot and a lot of gas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that when I was watching it. So yeah.
Sorry, someone's texting me. Hold on.
Getting distracted.
All right, there we go. And then this is the first time. Well, of course it's the first time in New Who, where the Doctor. I mean, I looked at it as the Doctor kind of thought he was actually going to die, and he just kind of accepts it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's. left over from Time War.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
completed yet, and it doesn't for a while.
He doesn't what?
He also mentions a bunch of.
He mentions what?
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Do you want to say what you were going to say first, or
Who, me or Wolfie?
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, no. Oh, Nindra, what were you gonna
This is
say?
the most confusing yet.
Wait, so who's saying?
Right,
Yeah,
Nindra, you just go. This is a mess.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure the Doctor mentioned a bunch of future events he saw, and one of them were World War V. But I'm looking
Oh,
at my notes,
yeah.
and I put World War V.
he mentions a lot of stuff. He mentions like he just mentions a couple other things. I forget what else, but yeah.
Yeah, that were the only one I got down.
And Charles, the hero of the episode, Charles runs in the room, he removes the flames, but leaves the gas on, and they fill the entire room with gas. And then
That's
Gwen,
like I did in my chemistry practical.
you filled your room with gas?
Well, I
Oh,
filled it with
yeah.
carbon monoxide, which some people would argue is worse.
Oh,
Yeah, I
You
remember
die from that, I
practical. I was a bit worried when doing that practical.
I'm always
Because everyone
worried.
were like, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's gonna be fine, everyone." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna walk over to the door quickly."
Yes. So,
I think you guys told me. You blew up your school. Was it you
What?
guys?
What?
no.
I think no. I think
What?
no. Never mind. But I think you guys did tell me about that story of the gas.
I don't
A
know.
while
I'm trying to think of what could have been interpreted as us blowing something up.
But yeah, Gwyneth offers
that
to blow up the room with her still inside, and I wrote down. I hope she made some kids before doing so.
Wait, what?
No, because of Gwen from Torchwood.
That was explained as a thing. Hold on.
Well, yeah, you did
I'll look
explain.
for it.
Oh, okay. No, I hope she made some kids because we wouldn't have Gwen from Torchwood if this is her ancestor.
Oh, I've got, hold on. I'm looking for it now. Where is it?
Temporal thingy-majig. I'm just gonna try and think of every scientific sci-fi word I can think of. It's the
Where is it? It was
multiversal, temporal.
Does Doctor Who have a
Um,
multiverse? While Wolfie's looking at that.
Oh, it said it somewhere. Where is it?
I guess technically, because well,
Oh, because of Earth,
there's
parallel Earth.
Hold
yeah,
on.
there's the Cyberman in season 2. They're technically in a different universe.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, I just realised.
What?
Oh wait, you haven't seen that. Never mind.
Okay,
I've seen-
We're
oh.
gonna have to. I don't know what you're gonna do here. Don't know if you're gonna rate it or what, but I'm gonna have to go for food now.
Okay, guys, we're back.
It's a short
Wolfie had to go
break.
eat toast.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? Yeah, they fill the room with gas. Oh yeah, I said I hope she has kids before doing
Oh,
so.
God, here we go
That's
again.
what happened.
I still can't find that thing that were referenced. I don't. Where is it?
Oh.
But I'm sure there was something. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, we'll get to the final line when we get to the final
Alright.
line.
And I forget. Oh yeah, Rose, like after I think, where was it? Oh yeah, it was in the room. They said that like she was dead already. Rose kind of looks ashamed at she kind of looks ashamed at the doctor. Is that how you think? Is that how she was looking at him? You think ashamed?
Probably.
Expressions.
I don't know, to be honest.
So yeah, the doctor reveals she was dead the minute she stepped in the arch. How is that?
I mean,
Well, I guess she did just let a bunch of ghosts come out of a portal and go
yeah.
out of it, which I
Go out of
don't
a
think the
mouth.
human body's intended to do that. Just an idea.
And Charles said another great line. He said something, but I wrote down Charles has some great lines in this episode. And Charles is finally happy. There's a big contrast from the beginning of the episode. He's happy. He's gonna take a break and go visit his family.
Yeah, that was nice to
Because-
see.
Yeah. And also, Charles was talking about the mystery of
That's it.
Edwin Drood.
I found it finally.
What?
Wait, what?
What'd you
I had to go
find?
onto the Journey's End wiki, but it's a spatial genetic multiplicity.
For what? For Gwyneth?
Yeah, for Gwen looking like Gwyneth. So
Oh. So you think they're not related?
no, they're not related, but this is from the actual showrunner, by the way. But he didn't write the episode, but still it sort of works. So it's, but which means an echo and repetition of physical traits across the rift. That's what I thought it was.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why I mentioned the time rift and that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That makes sense.
I'm just going to shorten what you
some of
just
my-
said to echo in reality.
So one of my comments for Torchwood said, well, they said that Gwyneth was her ancestor, but I guess he's wrong. So yeah, the mystery of Edwin Drood. And I said like the unicorn and the wasp.
Oh, I love that
And
episode.
the doctor
Great
also
writer.
gave.
I
Huh?
love the unicorn and the wasp episode, but I don't like the original writer. So, yeah.
Oh, you don't like Agatha Christie?
Oh no, not Agatha Christie. I'm talking about the
Oh,
person
oh.
who wrote the actual series 4 episode.
Oh, episode. Oh. And also he gave some give some Shakespeare I don't know what I was saying. Give some Shakespeare some ideas. I wrote that kind of weird. So the Doctor has affected quite a few literature pieces. You know, Shakespeare and Unicorn and the Wasp. And he would have affected Charles Dickens' The Mystery of Edwin Drood, but he did die before finishing the book. So there we have it. I really enjoyed the Shakespeare episode.
Oh, was that?
We'll get to that
was
later.
that the Shakespeare's Code? Oh,
Yeah.
that's one of the worst staged episodes ever.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The
I get
worst
what
pet.
you're talking about.
What?
Yeah, I'll get onto that when we get to it, but it's really badly aged.
Can you give me like a no detail explanation as to why?
Basically,
Shakespeare.
2 words, the writer. Not Shakespeare, but the
Oh.
writer of the episode.
Oh.
That's, yeah. And what is,
I quite enjoyed it.
it's, yeah, I don't know.
I like Shakespeare.
Oh, Shakespeare's alright, but it's the person who wrote the episode that's a bit, yeah.
Oh. I thought you were about some of the stuff Shakespeare's had.
No. Well, I mean,
Is
I don't know.
wait, so you don't like the episode because but do you think the writing was bad, or do you just not like the writer?
Right. So, first of all, I don't like the writer. Second of all, I don't like the way Ten treats Martha. Third of all, there's a couple lines in there
Oh.
that are really bad, but I can't remember them at the minute, but I know there is. And
Yeah, we'll get onto that though.
I'm gonna be hated
Um,
in the comments.
Oh, I just enjoyed it because I think oh man, I don't. No, it couldn't have been. It was because my school did a Shakespearean play, so I forget if that's why I really liked it. But I'm not sure if that was the same time. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Charles walks down the street laughing.
It is.
And is that what you guys were talking
Yes.
about?
Then he says the thing. All right, repeat with me. 3, 2, 1. God bless us, Oh wait, God bless
I
us,
don't remember it.
everyone. Wait, what?
I
He said-
don't remember it.
Oh, I wrote it down.
What does he say?
He said, "God bless us, everyone," which is the last line of A Christmas Carol.
Oh, is it?
So-
That's pretty cool. I like
I
that.
think the episode is sort of mirroring Scrooge's character development. in
That's what I was
Charles.
gonna say earlier. I was like, I'll save it to the
Yeah,
end.
so like from Charles denying it, like Scrooge hated Christmas, to like going
Yeah.
sort of contrasting by the end of it. So yeah,
Yeah.
And all the ghosts and stuff too.
I think actually there was a scene that the writer, that Mark Gatiss, who appears a lot in the show, he wanted to include a scene where I think a Gelf's face went over the house, like door knocker thing, whatever it's called, like what happened in the book of A Christmas Carol. But for some reason they didn't do that. I don't know if it was budget or what. Yeah.
It was kind of weird seeing a Christmas episode that wasn't a special.
Yeah, I did
Because they don't really do that.
write that down, that this was Nine's only Christmas special.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you guys think if they wrote it differently, it could have worked as a special?
Yeah. I mean,
Because I know there's a special called A Christmas Carol, but I haven't watched that yet, so I don't know what it's about. But
I don't like
you
any
know.
of Eleven's Christmas specials. I'm just gonna put them out there now.
Oh,
I'm gonna be hated for this, but I don't
Oh, yeah.
care. I just I'm not a fan of them.
wait, I'm trying to remember all of them.
I haven't seen them, so don't go in detail. But
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I need to look now.
you have to what?
I have to look.
Oh, I thought you said you had to go. I got scared.
No.
I don't know, because Wolifee, I mean, of course we'll get to this later, but Wolifee said, you said you don't enjoy season 5 that much, but I really
It's
liked
a lot
it.
better.
I thought it was different.
Now I've been rewatching it. It's a lot better than what I
Maybe because you were still, like, kind of mad.
I feel like season 5, at points, it can be very good, like consistently good. In my opinion.
Yeah. Like, they have some amazing episodes, but then they have, like, episodes that were just, like that, Earth, the Hungry Earth. That was just, I didn't like that one that much.
Yeah, I really hate that two-parter. It's so boring to me.
Wait, the Hungry Earth?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
quite enjoyed that.
Oh, it's
I enjoyed it,
boring.
but compared to the other
And the
episodes,
thing is,
I don't think it's as boring as Wolifee.
that was written by Chris Chibnall, who was the showrunner that's just gone.
Oh.
But he also wrote 42, and I like 42. But, yeah.
I thought 42 was kind of I enjoyed the Satan's Pit more than 42. It kind of
Yeah,
reminded me of it,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the episode. I hope. Well, we're not gonna end the episode yet, but this is the end of the dissection, and I hope you guys love the dissection. I mean, love the off-topicness of it.
Okay. Also, I just
but-
checked the 11's Christmas specials. I won't obviously spoil anything, but in my opinion, the first one's really good.
I don't like any of them. They're just. I don't know
Oh,
if it's just
man.
me and I'm just different with how I feel in some episodes. Like sometimes I'll be.
Shocked.
Yeah, like I'll be upset at episodes that aren't meant to be completely upsetting, but episodes that are meant to be upsetting, like Vincent, I just don't care
Like
about.
Vincent.
Um,
Well, my reaction of season 5 is coming soon, so you'll be able to see me cry.
I mean, it's an alright episode, but still.
Yeah. I mean, you told us in our group chat that it's better than what you
Yeah,
thought.
it definitely is, because I just never liked it previously, but now I'm starting to like it a bit more. So yeah.
Do you think it's because of David, of like how David Tennant left? You were like mad that he left, so
no,
you
I
just
wasn't
decided not to
mad,
like this
because
Doctor?
I just never watched the show in order until from series 10.
Oh,
So I just picked whatever episode sounded good. And I think that episode I've only watched like 2 or 3 times, and I've been watching the show for a long time now. So yeah.
So, what season? It's like, so where did you start to watch it in order?
So I'm not sure if it was before or after Series 10 released, but the first full series I watched in order was Series 10, because that's the first one I saw live.
Oh,
The first special I actually saw was one that was set in America, I think. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but I didn't like the special,
Yeah.
but it was the first episode I'd watched live, and it came just before Series 10. And I didn't like special, but I still wanted to watch the show anyway. So I watched Series 10, and the finale was, in fact, the entire series was just so good, so I just kept watching. So yeah, that happened. Yeah.
we're gonna say something, Nindra?
No, I was just saying I agree that season 10 is amazing.
Oh,
It's good.
all right. Let's get on to the ranking. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I think I already
yeah.
have an idea. And
All right. I'm kind of
we
scared.
can
Anyway,
see it this time.
yeah. Let's go on to the ranking. I'm looking for them. Look what I
Wait,
found.
what the hell?
Look what I sent to the group chat.
Oh, yeah, that just looks like a plus 18 app now. Not gonna lie.
All right, I'm kind of scared because I have no idea where to put this. I feel like you guys have strong opinions,
I
whereas
have
me,
an
I don't
idea.
know.
I have weak
Also,
opinions.
What do you think?
I still can't see the.
Oh, whoops! Hold on. Share my screen. You even said don't forget this time. There you go. I'm kind of scared. I don't know. What do you guys
Alright.
think?
Personally, I think 11. Because I think
Yeah.
there are 2 episodes that are worse than
Oh.
this.
Yeah. Do you?
Yes.
I don't know. Wait, I think this is one of the worst episodes.
Yes,
but I don't-
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying I think there's 2
Oh.
certain episodes that are
Right.
worse.
Are you thinking?
I think I agree with
of,
Nindra.
The one with the Jagrafess.
Yes.
Is one of them. Ah, right. Okay, understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 11 or 12.
I'd say
Yeah.
11 too, but I'm thinking about next episode, and
Oh wow!
I didn't enjoy the next special that
I
much.
like it.
Did you enjoy it? I mean, the next 2-parter.
It's a funny fun time.
It's good. Like,
What's worse than? I think I just don't like the Slithines. I don't know if you guys always hear me say this, but in a couple of my reactions, I'm like, oh no, not the Slithines, because they overuse them as Sarah Jane. But
yeah. I mean, the thing with the Slovene is that. Oh, but you know what? No, we got distracted enough in this episode. I'll save it for next.
all right. What? Okay. So we're going ahead of ourselves, but what's worse than the Slithine 2-parter? And I'm not saying the Slithine 2-parter is bad. I'm just trying to see what's worse than that.
The long game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I wasn't a
Okay.
huge fan of the
Okay.
first part.
All right. I agree with you guys. So yeah, I agree with you guys.
Yeah,
So this is 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 seems right. And obviously, if we do need to move anything around, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. I do feel like. Well, I mean, I feel like Rose is a little too high up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, when we review it at the end of the series, we'll decide.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be too confusing to move it one by
Yeah.
one. I guess.
Okay.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I guess our first hour-long podcast.
It's the one where we got the most distracted.
The most distracted by. And it gets me kind of worried because how long is the next gonna be? Because we're gonna do the 2-parters are gonna be in one podcast. So
Yeah.
we better be ready for the next
We're
podcast.
ranking them separately, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll just make sure. Okay.
Yeah. So the next podcast is gonna be long. I don't know.
It probably will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if we get this off track again.
Yeah, this off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like the Geometry
topic.
Dash song, we need to go back on track. I know it's not made for
Oh
Geometry Dash,
no.
but
You
it's
did the
Geometry
exact same reference yesterday.
Yes, and I'm doing it again.
Well, he never did it for the podcast, so.
Yes. This is stereo.
But yeah, guys. Leave down comments. Just leave down comments of what you guys thought or anything, and we'll read them out in the next podcast. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. We appreciate you guys, and
Make sure to
yeah.
hit the
So thank you guys for
subscribe
watching,
button with a silence plushie.
Oh, fuck you.
and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.